Visit our sponsor, BeerStreetJournal.com news, notes, and spotlights about some of the best beverages from around the United States. Beer Street Journal, the best in beer.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. I am Richard Hurst, and tonight we are here with the Speed Cup Series here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So it should be an exciting race as we have about 20 drivers out here on the track or registered in the race. Maybe all 20 will get loaded in and be able to put in some laps. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at our points for this evening, and it looks like Christopher Darling, he is going to be on the top spot with 2 wins. Got Ryan Dingler, he is going to be right there in second with 1 win. Jason Garcia is going to be in third with 1 win. Got Barrett Morton. He is going to be right there in fourth. Fifth is going to be Matt Cherry. Sixth is going to be Martin Plute. Josh McDougall, he is going to be in seventh. Got Milner in 8th. Got Pedersen, he is going to be in 9th. McFadden is going to be sitting in 10th. 11th is going to be Jesse Fox. 12th is going to be Ben Mashburn. Musinati is going to be in 13th. Pirog is going to be in 14th. Mooney is going to be in 15th. And 16th is going to be Tim Branson. That is going to be your points, and we have not yet got to qualifying yet, as we had a little bit of problems with the lobby opening up. So we should be seeing this lobby advance in just a minute. Even though the tower says about 31 minutes, we shouldn't be there we shouldn't be on track that long. We should be starting in the next minute or so. Hopefully the admins will go ahead and advance the session. But while we are waiting for that, we'll go ahead and remove our hats, place our hands over our heart, and let's listen to that beautiful national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of
All right, it looks like the qualifying session did go ahead and um, advance. So everybody is going to be out on the track trying to put in that blazing fast lap and trying to take the pole. Charlotte is a very tricky track, as we will probably see cars get a little bit loose, get a little bit tight, especially coming out of turn number 4. We will see some low line, and we will see some runs coming off the high line, especially out of turn number 4. I've raced, quite a few sessions at Charlotte, and you can get a few good runs off the high line, but you got to be careful of that tire wear, as you will wear out your tires on that high line. But it should be very interesting. Sorry, I do not have a driver cams tonight due to that we were kind of running behind on the race session or the lobby. I wasn't able to get those up and going. Eisenman is going to be the first one on the pole. That time is subject to change as he crosses over the start finish line. He is still going to have it in that 77. Maybe it's going to be lucky number 7 tonight, but actually Patterson was able to take that spot just as we were saying it. But still sitting in second, so that's not a bad time. Matt Cherry is going to be sitting in fourth. 39, that Beer Street Journal, number 39, he is going to be dropping down to 6 as of right now. Christopher Darling in that number 11 Max Graphics Toyota. He is going to be, as of right now, sitting right around 5th. Still a lot of drivers trying to put in their lap times. And we'll see how they stack up in just a few moments. Got a couple of viewers out there on the chat. Appreciate y'all stopping by, spending your evening with us. Tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully the week has been really good to you. Joshua McDougall, he is going to be out there on the track. And there is that We the People, number 45, Toyota. And, Josh McDougall, he has signed up for the We Got Your 6 300, which that will be taking place on Monday. So if you haven't signed up, definitely come sign up. And it doesn't matter if you donate or not. You are welcome to participate. And that is going to be Monday night on Memorial Day. That's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It is presented by Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. And Jesse Fox out there saying, hello. Well, what's up, Mr. Fox? You got that Monster Energy number 74 of Rick Wishon. He is going to be out there. He is going to be coming down the backstretch and trying to put himself in the top 10. Right now, he is sitting about 12th. This is going to be his final lap. Can he make something happen? As he comes out of turn number 4, coming through the tri-oval, going to dive down really low, coming through the start-finish line. Did he move up? Not as of yet. Or he maybe put in another lap. That could have been his first lap. Now turn number 2 does look like it's going to be a little bit tight. And, while we have a minute, I see Jesse Fox right there. Let's go ahead and bring him up. He's usually got a couple fans out there in the chat. Let's go ahead. He's got his laptop in, lap time in. Mr. Jesse Fox is Richard in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, we just wanted to bring you up. You usually have quite a few people in the chat, cheering you on. So we figured we'd give you a pre-race interview and tell us how you are feeling coming into Charlotte tonight. You're starting in 10th. It looks like you will be. And so how you feeling? What do you think the car is going to do here tonight?
I actually like my chances. I actually got to practice this week, which is unusual. I'm usually trying to squeeze in some track time, but I got some good practice in today. I feel good, which probably means it'll end up in a disaster. But but yeah, I really like this track. It's it's one of the free content, so we've all raced on it so many times. I love it.
Absolutely. Well, so turn number 4. How is that going to play out later on in the runs? What you looking at for fuel?
I like the fact that the tires don't wear off too much here, but but they really they will play a factor. It's not that they don't wear off at all; they're just not as much.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I appreciate you stopping by the booth and talking to us. So we'll let you get down there and get ready to grid in. Well, good luck in that number 44 Wounded Warriors Project Ford Mustang. No, that's Chevrolet Camaro. My bad. But good luck, my friend, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks. Have fun up there.
Yes, sir. Hopefully I put him in the right chat. Yes, I did. All right, well, let's look at our qualifying grid. And it looks like Mr. Pedersen, he is going to be on the pole here tonight. We're going to get rid of that information. There we go. And it looks like, can't see the rest of the information. Here we go. Come on. Oh. Looks like Eisenman is going to be taking second, and it looks like Jeremy Richmond, he is going to take a third. Dingler, he's going to be sitting fourth on this start. Fifth is going to be McDougal. Sixth is going to be Matt Cherry. Christopher Darling going to start in seventh. Looks like Stan Hausman, he is going to be starting in eighth. Matchburn, he is going to start in ninth. Topping off the top 10 is going to be Jesse Fox. Tim Branson is going to be sitting in 11th. 12th is going to be Rick Wishon. Zach Howell, he is going to be sitting in 13th. Devin Pirog, he is going to be sitting 14th. Mark McFadden, 15th. Doug Milner, he is going to be sitting in 16th. 17th is going to be Brandon Williams. 18th is going to be Jason Pearson. And let's see, 19th and 20th is going to be Emerson and Morkid. All right, everybody is out there on the track. Let's get some sound. And there we go. We should have some sound on the track now. 7 viewers out there on the stream. Appreciate y'all stopping by. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the gridding information because we already know where everybody is starting. And it looks like that number 52 machine is going to bring them down the backstretch coming into turn number 3. Well, if you're new to the channel, please do hit that like, share, and subscribe. That'll let you know when we are going live. We got a lot of good broadcasts that we put on throughout the week, so definitely come check us out throughout the week. And we're right here on Thursday nights also. All right, well, here they come through the tri-oval, coming to that Geico restart zone. The pace car is off, and they are lined up 2 by 2, and there is the green flag, and we are on our first lap here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It looks like that 52 did get a pretty good jump, but Eisenman, he is going to be sitting right there on the outside. He is going to have a nice little run coming into turn number 2, but he's going to have the 98 to deal with, and that is going to be Jeremy Richmond. Jeremy Richmond was able to make the pass on that low lane. He is going to tuck up right there to the high side, and along with the 8 of Dingler, he is going to take that high side also. And it looks like we got a few takers on the top side. That's going to be the 77, the 48, and it looks like the 23 Matchburn, he is going to be on that top side also. Here comes the 11 of Christopher Darling. Actually, he's actually going the wrong direction. This could be a strategy of his. Maybe qualify good, but, just kind of lay back, not really push it that hard. But he is coming out of turn number 2, and he is going to get back a single file. And so far, it's about as single file as far as I can see. It looks like that number 44 machine, he is going to be trying to make some moves. Or is that the 48? I believe that's going to be the 48. Let's take a closer look. And, yes, that is going to be the 48 that right there, the MPI Chevrolet Camaro. And that is going to be Matt Cherry. Matt Cherry trying to make some moves. He's got the 77 right there in front of him. 77 has lost quite a few spots being stuck on that high line. And there you see Josh McDougal. He talked to him before the race started, and he has said he put in a lot of practice laps here, so he feels really good about this race. And Tammy out there saying, hey, Jesse Fox, go, go, go. Well, Jesse Fox, sitting right there in 12th. He's lost a few positions from where he started in that 44 Wounded Warriors project. Nice looking ride. Hopefully he will bring that ride out Monday night and run with us at the Hope for the Warriors, we got your 6,300. Well, the 58 has jumped out to a 0.6 of a second lead over Jeremy Richmond. Jeremy Richmond is up, going to be up one position. Dingler is going to be up one position. Ben Mashburn in that number 23, he is working that high side. Now look at the run. Now this is what we were talking about. The run on the outside is ridiculous. Look how fast he caught up to the 98. 98 just dives it down low, gets out of his way. He knew he had the run, didn't want to get ran over, and here they come into turn number 3, and Jeremy Richmond is going to fall back to third, giving Ashburn a second. Now let's see if Patterson, he is going to be in any trouble at all as he is coming into turn number 1 out of turn number 2. You got the 21. He is pretty much off pace. You can see him way back in the back. And where is the 21? There's the 3 coming out of. Okay, so. I don't know where the 21 is. Okay. So the 21 might be listed as a different driver. Okay, so the 3. Oh, 21st position. There we go. Had it on the wrong thing. Well, the 3 has a little bit of connection issues. Hopefully, when the leaders catch up, that won't be a problem. But Pedersen, he is making a statement here. He wants to get out front and get out front early. But he has got Mashburn coming up through the field, and Mashburn is going to be the biggest mover of the race so far. He's going to be up 7 positions now from where he started. He's fallen back to about 0.7 of a second, but riding that high line has helped him out get through that field and get through that field early. We're going to go back through the field just a little bit, see if we can find any more big movers. We got Zach Howell. He is going to be in that number 85, and that I think he's got pushed here on the back bumper. Let's go take a look. And on that rear chase cam, yes, it says push here. Not anywhere else but there. Anywhere else could get that car a little bit sideways. But he does not have any sponsors on that car, so if you want to sponsor a car, and it looks like he may be looking for some sponsors, so give him a shout out. That's going to be Mr. Zach Howell. He's going to be from Cottontown. I believe he is a newcomer to the race, and glad to see him out here on the track. But let's go back through the field and see if we can find any other position battles. There's Jesse Fox still running in the 12th position. You got Pirog. He's going to be right there in 13th. You got Jason Pearson out there in that number 80. That number showing the 82, but he's actually listed as a 9. And that's going to be that Napa Know-How Chevrolet Camaro. Well, tonight's race is race number 5 of the season. We will have 90 laps with 2 green and white checkers attempts. I'm not exactly sure on the fuel mileage just yet, but we will see so y'all know about as much as I know. A couple of the admins had a very busy week, between running a league and family life and work life. That is a hard thing to do. But we got a lot of racing starting to heat up here in the top 5, and it looks like Mashburn was able to catch up to Pedersen right here at pretty much lap number 13. He may be able to take over the lead here in the next couple of laps. Now, did he burn up his stuff too quickly to catch the leader? Because it looks like the leader is. Oh, and we got a yellow flag. And let's go back and see. And it looks like the 73, maybe? No. Oh, the 85, 92 is going to be involved. So let's pause it right there. And let's go find the 85, Zach Howell. And let's go ahead and roll it. Ooh, it looks like the 92 bounce off the wall is going to collect that number 85, and they are going to be put on spin cycle to 39. That Beer Street Journal ride, he is going to make an evasive maneuver down low and try to stay out of everything. And did anybody else get collected in that? I don't believe so. 92 locking him up. 85 going to keep it on the wall. 22 is going to be spinning. He is going to be out of shape. And he is going to collect the 92. So that number 22, he's going to have a little bit of damage. But other than that, I believe everybody made it through. Now the person that is going to be the biggest benefit from that benefit the most from that caution is going to be the number 3 machine, because he is now going to be able to catch up to the tail end of the lead lap. Pit road is definitely going to be busy, so that is going to be our first caution of tonight. And we will go ahead, and our caution flag is going to be presented by Max Graphics, one of the proud sponsors of the Speed Cup Series. Well, being under caution, I'm looking for that number 23, Ben Mashburn. He has fallen all the way back to 12th. Now, that could be, due to, some people pitted and some people didn't. But the 3 biggest movers of the race as of right now, after the pit stops and when we go back green, are going to be Pearson. You got Barrett Morton, and Michael Mooney. They are going to be your 3 biggest movers up at 10 positions. You got Devin Purog. He is going to be right there. He is going to be right there in the 7th, up 7 positions. Jesse Fox, he is going to be in that number 44. Now he is going to be in the top 10. Now riding around in 6th. Josh McDougall, he is going to be right there where he started this race in 5th. Matt Cherry going to be up 2 positions in 4th. Jeremy Richmond is going to be sitting in 3rd, right there where he started this race. Dingler, he is going to be up 2 positions in 2nd, and Pedersen, he is going to be right there in 1st, pretty much where he started on the pole. About 14 laps from being a third of the way there to the finish, and we got a lot of racing left to go. And so far, these guys have been putting on a pretty good show, and we've seen how these cars react to to the track changes. And that turn 1 wall will sneak up on you real quick, and that's pretty much what started that chain reaction of events. Let's see, the 92 is still going to be in the pits. Looks like Emerson is going to be in the pits. Howell going to be showing 1 lap down. Actually, he might be out. No fast repairs here, so they have to go in, get them all fixed up under the cautions. If it's got too much damage, you might be going quite a few laps down. But hopefully they can get some of these rides fixed up and back out there on the track before they go too many laps down, and maybe a caution will come out and help them out, get some of those laps back that they lost. Well, pace car lights are out, and the 52 is going to elect to take the high line on the restart. Dingler going to be sitting right there on his inside. Matt Cherry is going to be sitting in the 3rd position, and Richmond is going to be sitting. Actually, Richmond is sitting in 3rd. Matt Cherry is sitting in 4th. And it looks like the 23 is diving down to the bottom. Maybe almost got rear-ended or so. But 2x2 as far as the eye can see. And here they come into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, we should be ready to go back. Green flag racing. 52 going to bring them to the Geico restart zone. And the pace car is off, and we are hitting that blue zone right about
Green.
now. And our green flag is out, and our green flag is presented by the Beer Street Journal, one of the proud sponsors of the Speed Cup Series. Always glad to have them on board. Always glad to show that flag. And look at the 3. Look at the 48. That's going to be Matt Cherry. He's going to be battling for the 3rd position. He was able to get around. Jeremy Richmond, who started on the bottom, and that high line was a rocket ship, and just that 48 was able to just fly right around that 98 on the bottom side. But the bottom side is not done yet, as the 98 is looking back to the inside of the 48 and looking to retake that position as they're coming into turn number 1. It is going to be the 98 on the bottom side and the 48 on the top. Is he going to be able to make the pass? I don't believe he was able to get there, and they are still going to be side by side for the 3rd place finish. Now back here towards the back, they have a little bit of battle going on, and I believe that's going to be the 12 or the 2 of Brandon Williams in that black Ford Mustang. But these two guys are battling it out like it is the last lap. And here they come through the tri-wheel into turn number 1. It's going to be that 98 still on the bottom. They are pretty much door to door. It looks like the 48 has got a little bit of a fender coming out of turn number 2. They are going to be side by side coming down the backstretch into turn number 4. But the 98 is like, I can't really put up this much of a battle without burning up my tire. So he just tucked it in behind the 48 and let him go and take over the 3rd position. Now a few cars back, and that is going to be right there. That is going to be Jesse Fox and the 19 of Brett Morton. Brett Morton was able to overtake the 44 on the outside. Now the Jesse Fox is actually in the wrong car. He is being shown as the 69. So a couple guys in the wrong car numbers, but that's okay. We'll put the tower up so you can see exactly where they are. But Morton able to take that spot away from Jesse Fox for that 7th position, right behind the 11 of Christopher Darling. You got Ben Mashburn. He is going to be coming right back up through the field. You got the 82/9 of Jason Pearson. He is going to be right there, up 7 positions in the 11th position. You got the 23 looking to the outside of the 11. Is he going to be able to get there? But the 44 is going to be right there, and Christopher Darling is going to fight side by side. Ooh, almost a little bit of contact. The 44 had to make an evasive maneuver towards the wall, and he is going to lose a couple positions with that 23 right there in tow on that 11's back bumper. They almost went 3 wide. The 23 almost made a little bit of contact, and but the 82 is going to be able to fight right back on that inside, and here they go into turn number 3. How long can the 82/9 of Jason Pearson hold on to that inside before that 23 was able to overtake? And that was pretty much it. Right to turn number 3, the 23 was shot out there like a bullet from a gun, and he is right back on the pursuit of the 11 of Christopher Darling. Now Ben Mashburn is back up to the 9th position. He was all the way up to 2nd. Another big mover is going to be this guy right here, and that's going to be Brett Morrison in that Space Force number 19 Toyota Camry, and he is going to be right there in the 7th. But Christopher Darling looking to the outside, maybe trying to overtake that with a little bit of help from the 23. That Ford Power right there behind him. Ben Mashburn, is he going to be able to get around? And that is a nice looking car. That number 19, and that is a pretty good looking car. You know, I haven't really seen anybody really paint up the cars for the Space Force, but let's take a pretty good look at it. Nice little logo, a nice logo on the front. Kind of reminds me of the Star Trek. United States Space Force. Well, that's pretty good, darn good looking, and looks like we got that battle heating up for that position, and that's going to be for 7th, and they looking like they wanted to go 3 wide. Christopher Darling not going to be quite there to take it 3 wide, but the 23 of Ben Maxburn, he is going to be able to work that outside line, and he is going to try to overtake the 19, and look who is right there, and that's going to be Christopher Darling. We're going to ride on his nose cam because he has a nice look at this, and here he goes to the outside. Is he going to be able to get there and overtake that position? And I believe he's going to be stuck on this high line for just a few moments. And look at the 23, he is just pulling away, and the 23 is in pursuit of McDougal. Got a nice little battle up here. That's going to be a little bit of contact between Matt Cherry and Jeremy Richmond. They are going at it hot and heavily as they are side by side coming through the tri-oval. 92 is bringing his car back out, and you got the 77. That is Eisenman, and let's ride on his nose cam because he has a nice little view of this. Almost a little bit of contact from the 77. 98 is going to tuck it right up there on the high line, right there in front of 48. Going to bring it back down to the low line. Nice little battle for the 4th position. Well, Ben Mashburn has made it to the 45 of Josh McDougal. Josh McDougal trying to work that low line. Not going to be able to keep that position for very long because Mashburn is pretty much flying around this track. And these two are at it again. And that's going to be Jeremy Richmond was looking to the outside, going to try a crossover. Not going to have the momentum coming off turn number 4, coming over across the start-finish line. And it is pretty much going to be a single file racing as far as the eye can see, but that 23 is not done moving up positions as he is going to be up 3 positions from where he started. Still the biggest mover of the race is going to be Barrett Morton, that is. And let's go back through the field, see what everybody else is doing. Jesse Fox is falling back to the 14th position. He is going to be down 4 positions from where he started. He started in 10th, now sitting in 14th. Michael Mooney, he is going to be right there in the 15th position, up 5 positions. Rick Richardson, he is going to be down 5 positions. And there he is. I think he might be having a few connection issues. Camera did not go to him right off the bat, so he could be having a few connection issues. Got Devin Pirog, he is going to be right there in that number 46. He is going to be sitting in the 17th position. Mike Morgan, he is trying to make his way around in that number 53 machine, coming out of turn number 4. Jersey Mike Subs. Everybody run food on their cars and making me hungry. Well, nice little battle once again, and this is going to be for the 2nd position, and it looks like Dingler, he is going to lose that position to Eisenman. Eisenman started in 2nd. He wants to get back up there towards the front, and they are trying to track down the leader, which is broken away about 6/10 of a second. And this is where he was at before Mashburn really started reeling him in and got down to about 3/10. We do have a lap down card, and that is going to be. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have a lap down car. My bad. I was on the wrong car. Thought I was on a leader for a second. But it looks like that 77 is reeling that 52 of Pedersen in, and he has already cut it down to about 3/10 of a second coming into turn number 1. 52, this may be his strategy. Stay out. We are coming into lap number 35, which we are over a third of the way there to the finish. So depending on how many sets of tires they have in tonight's race, this could be a pretty good strategy. Just go ahead and run it out. Either way, you still have to pit if it stays green, and we are going to have a challenge for the lead as Pedersen has been caught by that number 77, and we'll go to his hood cam and take a look as he is going to work that high side. Is the 52 going to have the run off the corner? Nope, he is not going to have the run, and it looks like Pedersen is going to be able to overtake that 52 on the outside, and there we go. We have a new leader, and that is going to be Eisenman. He was able to make something happen here at lap number 35. Now, if you notice the RPMs are changing, that means he is downshifting in a few of these corners. Some cars you can hear the lower RPMs, some cars you can hear the higher RPMs, which means they are going to be downshifting, trying to get that car to turn through the corners, and that could be helping that 77. Now, will wear out the tires quicker? I do not know, but he has already extended his lead out to about 0.4 of a second. Dingler, he has fallen back to about a second off the leader, but he is about 0.4 of a second back from the 52 of Pedersen. So he is actually not making up any ground on the 52. Richmond falling about, he got about 0.4 of a second, gap in the top four, and then it extends just a little bit to a half a second back to Mashburn. Now Mashburn is running in the top five, but has he burned up his stuff trying to get through the field and trying to make something happen early on in the race? We are here at lap number 38. Now at lap 45, we'll be about halfway, and it looks like the 11 has something to say about that top five spot. He wants it, and Mashburn has it, but he wasn't able to take it this time. Now he's going to look to the inside coming into turn number 3. Is he going to be able to grab it this time? Now we've seen the 23 be very good on that top lane, and the 11 is just not going to be able to get there until he gets to the tri-oval. It looks like he is going to take... No, he wasn't able to grab it then coming across the start-finish line, but turn number 1, he is going to try once again, stuck on that bottom line, and look at the run that the 23 has, and they are going to be side by side coming out of turn number 2. Nice little battle back here, and that is going to be Houseman. He is going to be, he has the 45 to his outside. That's going to be Josh McDougall, and here comes the 2 of Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams trying to make the inside work along with the 39. Wasn't able to get there this time to make the pass on the 45, but now he is going to come down into turn number 1. The 45 is just going to probably just let him go right here, try to save a little bit of what he has, and he's going to tuck up behind that number 2 of Williams. Well, while we got a second, we will step side by side and go ahead and take a look at our sponsors.
Visit our sponsor, BeerStreetJournal.com news, notes, and spotlights about some of the best beverages from around the United States. Beer Street Journal, the best in beer.
All right, and we are back, and we had a position change, but we also had a pretty good battle, as you've seen, as we were side by side. And that was Ben Mashburn and Christopher Darling. They were battling it out side by side for a lap or so, but a pretty spread out field as we come to halfway. Next time by, we'll be halfway. We'll be at lap number 45 of 90, and we do have the new leader of the number 77. He was able to take over the lead at lap number 36, and he has already extended his lead out to 1.1 seconds. From Pedersen and back in second. So we got Ford, we got Toyota, we got Chevrolet up in the top 3. Next is going to be a Chevrolet and Toyota and Chevrolet. So the top 10 is got quite a few Chevrolets and quite a few Toyotas. Let's go back through the field and see if we can find anybody that is battling it out. We should start seeing maybe some green flag pit stops here. Doug Milner up 6 positions. Got Morton. Oh, well, all right. So here's the first green flag pit stop. That is going to be Morton. We were just talking about that. Here he comes here at lap number 46. Now, if they go halfway, we know they can make it. So he is going to go ahead and make an early pit stop. And that is going to be, looks like Matchburn, he is going to be a lap down. He brought his car in for a pit stop. He has a rocket ship of a car. And maybe this early pit stop will help him out. But Pedersen, he is going to go ahead. He is going to be now back 1.3 seconds back from our leader. And you got Jeremy Richmond. He is going to be 2.4 seconds. And he has the 8 of Ryan Dingler. He is right there where he started this race, hanging out in the 4th position, about 2.7 seconds back from the leader. They are still pretty close for the 3rd position, so we could see a little bit of position changes coming here in the next coming laps. Or who will be the next one in the pits for there's 4 tires and a tank of go-go juice. Well, it looks like the 19 was one of those takers, and will we have any more? 92 is still going to be showing in the pits if you're looking at the track map. 69, looks like he is bringing his car down. That's going to be Jesse Fox. He is going to relinquish his spot on the track. Doug Milner is going to be having to bring his car back down, and I wonder if he got a speeding penalty and had to make a green flag, another stop. Got Matt Cherry. He is going to be pulling and bringing his car down for those 4 fresh Feel Goods and a full tank of go-go juice here at lap number 49. Now we are only going to have about 40 laps to go, and hopefully everybody can get in and get off of pit road. You don't want to be stuck in pit road if a caution comes out, or stuck a lap down, because quite a few cars are already a lap down, and that's going to be 12 cars right now on the lead lap. Oh my goodness, and oh my God, and it happened. So 12 cars are on the lead lap, and Matt Cherry brings his car and brings out the caution. So let's go back and take a look and see what happened to him. He is going to be bringing his car out, and let's see. Oh, he hits the bump and it spins the car. He's got it locked down. Can he get it straight? Got it locked down some more. He doesn't come back up on the track. Or does he? Nope, he just spun it all the way around. And that's what's going to bring out the caution flag. So, commentator curse? I don't know. But a lot of people do have the pit, so you know a lot of those cars that were a lap down. You know, you got Jesse Fox. He is going to be a lap down, but all these other cars are going to be. He's going to be 2 laps down. But looks like Matchburn, Morton, Cherry, and maybe Fox. They might take their wave around. That'll put Jesse Fox. He's going to be 1 lap down instead of 2. Michael Mooney, you're going to stay out and lead a lap, I do believe. Well, let's see here. Jeremy Richmond. Pedersen has had a pretty darn good car. Let's see if we can find a 77. Drew, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, it looks like that 77 is a pretty good rocket ship on the longer runs. It looks like you went in the pits on that first caution, and now here on the second caution. You know, that pretty much saved you from having to make a green flag pit stop.
I mean, honestly, I practiced getting on and off pit road. I'd preferred green flag stops there, and then I managed to completely screw up getting into my pit box. So I think I'm down to 5th now. So it's going to be hard to get back by there. It was fun with fresh tires, kind of carving my way up through the field. But yeah, I like the way the car's driving. Put myself in a little bit of a bad spot here, so we'll see what I can do.
Absolutely. Like I said, you are very fast. You caught up to the leader and was able to make that pass at lap number 36, and you made it look nice and easy. But now you're going to be restarting in 6th. So just out of the top 5, you're going to be restarting on the outside lane. Which lane do you prefer, by the way?
It doesn't matter. It's just whatever one gets going first. That the high lane's not bad, neither is the bottom. It's just kind of who you're around and what line gets a little more momentum. The high lane, you can definitely have a little more freedom to kind of wind it around the high lane, but the bottom, it's not bad either. I really don't have a preference.
Awesome. Well, definitely we might be talking to you in victory lane, as like I said, you've shown a lot of speed out there for right now, but let's see how the rest of the race goes, and good luck in the rest of the race.
Thank you.
All right. So we're over halfway. Still got a lot of racing left to go. This is only our second caution of the race, so a lot of green flag racing. It looks like the pit strategies, if they were on one, that pretty much went out the window, and a couple of guys are still trapped on 1 lap down. You got Morton trapped a lap down. You got Cherry trapped a lap down. You got Fox trapped a lap down. Purog is going to be trapped a lap down. Yep. And Milner is going to be 3 laps down. Should be getting double foul this time. Michael Mooney is going to be out there, taking the green flag, as he is looking like he is going to take the bottom lane. That number 80 is looking pretty sharp. He is going to be the biggest mover of the race, up 19 spots. Jeremy Richmond is going to be starting on his outside. You got the 52 of Grant Pedersen. He is going to be down 2 positions, but he has led a lot of laps. You got Ryan Dingler going to be starting on the outside in row number 2. And you got Christopher Darling. He is going to be starting in 5th on the inside. You got the 77. He was out there leading the race. He had a problem getting into his pit box, but no harm, no foul. But you got a 39. He is going to be right there in the 7th spot, up 1 position. Josh McDougall, he's going to be down 3 positions and restarting in 8th. We got Rick Wishon. He is going to be right there in 9th. And Brandon Williams, he was showing a lot of speed later on in the run. He is going to be restarting in the 10th position. All right, getting ready to go back green flag racing, as the pace car will be diving off as soon as it comes out of turn number 4. Michael Mooney going to be able to take the restart in the Geico restart zone, and let's get ready to go green flag racing. And our green flag is presented by the Beer Street Journal, another proud sponsor of a Speed Cup Series. Well, Michael Mooney was able to get out in front of the 52 really quick, and the 52 is going to jump out to the outside and try to make a move. Now, Michael Mooney did not stop him taking any tires. This could be a pretty good strategy, as the 52 and the 98 have a little bit of wiggle on that outside line, trying to get around that number 80 Ford Mustang, but they were able to keep it straight. And look at Michael Mooney. He is going to drift up the track, trying to stay on that bottom line on those older tires. Not going to be able to keep it, and that's going to move everybody up that was behind him at least 1 spot, because he is on very old tires. 39 going to look to the outside. Now, this could be a problem with a slower car on the inside. You got a lot of faster cars on right there behind you, and they are looking to make that pass very quick, fast, in there in a hurry. And we're going to ride on the gearbox cam, and there you see the stack up. They are going to be 3 wide right there behind them. You see that Toyota Camry. They're going to take it back 2 wide. Here comes the 45, going to be looking to the inside. There's the 19, giving the 45 a little bit of a bump. Here comes the Napa Know-How number 9 of Jason Pearson. He is going to be kind of in a 3 wide situation. You got the 48, the 19, and the 9. And looks like they're going to take it 4 wide. Oh my goodness, this is going to be crazy. Look at this battle coming out of turn number 2. That 80 was trying to hold on as long as he could, but they all held it together. What some amazing driving. You got the Rick Wishon. He is going to be able to make the pass. He is going to be looking at the high side, trying to get a little bit of draft from that number 9, but he's not going to be able to get there to make any more passes. This is still a pretty good battle. You got Mashburn. He was up here, in second early on in the race, but a lot of things just happened to where he couldn't get back up there. 48 going to drift up the track, almost makes contact with the 19. It is a cluster right there behind the 2 Williams. And you know what? We'll ride on his gearbox cam, and you can see that what's happening. It looks like somebody may have scrubbed the wall, and now it is back to single file right there behind Williams. Houseman riding in the 6th position. That Beer Street Journal's number 39 Chevrolet Camaro. He is looking to make some positions up as he got a nice little run, and there you see he's on the back bumper of that Max Graphics number 11 of Christopher Darling. Christopher Darling riding in the 5th position. Nice looking paint on that car, the We the People, and look at the detail. And this is going to be Max Graphics. Christopher Darling is the owner of Max Graphics, and just look at the detail of this car. You can actually see your reflection in the hood of that car. You can see the wall. You can see everything in the hood of that car. So that's a great paint job. That is 2 specs. So if you need an iRacing paint, definitely just take a look. You can see for yourself. What detail. All right, let's go back to let's go to our TV cam 1, and 61 laps complete of 90. We got a battle. That's the 77 and the 98. They are going to be battling it out coming into turn number 3, and it looks like the 77 is going to be able to get around the 98. That's going to take the 98 down to the 4th position. Christopher Darling is going to be right there in the 5th position, now trying to overtake the 98 for the 4th, and he is going to have it as he comes out of turn number 2. And it looks like the 98 was the biggest loser of that little battle, but the 39 says, hey, I want a piece of that pie too. He wants to work himself up into the top 5 as he is riding in 6th. Here he comes into turn number 3. He's going to have a little bit of draft. He's going to have a little bit of run. Is he going to be able to get to the inside or the outside, depending on which lane he likes? He is not going to be able to get there. It looks like the 98 actually picked up the pace just a little bit here at lap number 63, just to keep that 5th position. Let's see what the SDK finds exciting, and that's going to be right there where we're at. And so SDK thinks that's exciting, so we are going to pretty much stay right there with this little battle, and it looks like it's pretty much phased itself out. Well, I got a couple of viewers out there on the stream. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Hopefully you are enjoying your weekend. Enjoying your pre-weekend, because tomorrow is Friday. Hopefully the work week has not treated you so bad. We're going to ride with the 69/44 of Jesse Fox, and Jesse Fox is riding in the 12th and the 17th position. He started in 10th. He's fallen back 7 positions, and he is a lap down. So he is trying to get around Jesse Pirog, as Pirog is one of the cars 1 lap down. So they're all battling for a lucky dog spot. But we've had some green flag racing, so let's go ahead and crank it up for just a moment. All right, and we are back, and 52 is in the lead with Dingler. He is going to be sitting right there in second. Yeah, Eisman, he is going to be sitting right there in a third, down one spot from where he started. But your top three is trying to do a little bit of a breakaway, and let's go. And here we're going to ride with on the gearbox of the 77, and there you can see the gap. Now he has got about I'd say about 7 to 8 tenths of a second back to Darling. So almost 9 tenths of a second right now. So it looks like the top three are trying to pull out to their own zip code and maybe just run away with this thing with 19 laps to go. We've had a lot of green flag racing, only 2 cautions so far, and few cars out, but everybody else is still out there making their laps and trying to finish in a good position. Nice little side-by-side battle between the 11 and the 98. 98 gets on the apron just a little bit and gets back on the gas. He got a little bit squirrely, but he was able to correct it really quick. And, I've told you before that I've noticed that some of these guys are, downshifting to get these cars to rotate through the corners. 18 laps to go as we cross the start-finish line. 17 laps to go as we cross the start-finish line, and the 98 was able to retake the 4th position. Christopher Darling going to put him back to 5th. Still the biggest mover of the race is going to be Brandon Williams. He is going to be, he's not the biggest mover of the race. The biggest mover of the race is going to be this guy right here in that Jersey Mike's subs, number 53 Chevrolet Camaro, and that is going to be Mike Morkin. He is going to be up 11 spots from where he started. He started in the back, worked himself all the way up to the 12th position. May not be on the lead lap, may not be the fastest car, but he is out there making something happen, and at least he can say that he was the biggest mover. Jason Pearson, he is going to be right here in that Napa Know-How, number 82/number 9. He is going to be riding around in the 11th position. The 19 is not going to, right there behind him, is not going to be for a position, so I don't foresee Pearson, really putting up a battle, with the 19. Doesn't want to burn up his stuff battling a lap down car, so he may just let him go, and there he goes. He's just going to let him go. Not going to really put a lot of pressure on him. There you see the Wonder Bread machine. That's going to be Doug Milner. That is going to be for the 18th position. So next in line is going to be the 74. He's going to be up 2 positions. That's going to be Rick Wishon. He's going to be right there in 10th. 9th is going to be Ben Mashburn. This is where he started, and this is where he's sitting right now in the 9th position. Not a bad run. That car was a rocket ship earlier on. May have had a few issues, but still top 10. Not going to be a bad deal. Josh McDougall, he has put in quite a few practice laps, and right now he's got a few cars right there in front of him. Can he make the pass? And he is going to. And look already. The 80 of Michael Mooney, he is going to be the first car 1 lap down. So being on those older tires didn't play out well for that number 80. Was he expecting more cautions? Not exactly sure, but that 80 is going to be the first car 1 lap down. Brandon Williams, he's going to be right there in front of that number 45. He is going to be riding around in the 7th position, up 10 spots. He is going to be the second biggest mover of the race, and has been doing pretty darn good. Started in 17th, now riding in 7th. Not too bad, not too shabby. Coming around, we are going to be 12 laps to go. Stan Hausman, he is going to be riding in the 6th position, up 2 spots from where he started. Chris Darling, he is going to be up 2 spots from where he started too, in the 5th position. Jeremy Richmond, he is going to be in 4th. Eisenman, he's going to be sitting 3rd. Dingler going to be sitting 2nd, and Pedersen, that is going to be your leader right there. Well, 11 laps to go. It's been a lot of green flag racing. We'll try to find your most exciting battles on the track, and that is going to be this right here, the 98 and the 77. The 77 has it. This is going to be for the third position, and I believe is Richmond from, is he the one from, oh, he's from Roanoke, Texas. Okay. Well, Richmond wants it, and the 77 Eisman has it, and is he going to be able to get there with only 10 laps to go? He doesn't want to burn up his car too much, but he looks like he's been sitting back and just saving what he has for that number 77, and he may be able to get around without burning his stuff up and maybe have something there for the leaders. They're only about 9/10 of a second back from the leaders, and it looks like they are picking up the pace just a little bit because Eisman is actually making up a little bit of ground on second place of Dingler. Now the 98 is going to look to the high side coming into turn number 3, and he is going to have a peak, but he's not going to be able to get there coming out of turn number 4. They are pretty much going to be nose to tail with a Chevrolet pushing a Ford through the tri-ovals into turn number 1. They are going to be, once again, nose to tail coming into turn number 1. That 98 is going to look a little bit higher, bring it down to the low line. Is he going to be able to get the run off the corner? He dropped it back to about 2/10 of a second. 2/10 from the 77 coming into turn number 3. And it looks like that 98 is a little bit better in turn number 3, and the 77 is better in 1 and 2. Once again, nose to tail as they are about 7 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And 98, is he going to have something to get something for that 77 with only 6 laps to go at the line? We shall see. But there was a nice little battle heating up right here. About 1/10 of a second separates the first and second of Dingler. He is making up a little bit of ground on the leader. He could have been sitting back here just saving what he has for the closing laps. 6 laps to go. Nothing coming out of turn number 2. 98 still looking up high coming out of turn number 2. Not going to be able to get there. You got Darling right there in the 5th position, up 2 spots. You got Josh McDougall. He was able to make it around Stan Hausman. Coming to 5 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And who's it going to be? Is it going to be the 52 or the 8 of Ryan Dingler? They are still about 2/10 of a second, so still within striking distance. And Jeremy Richmond, he is still working on the 77 of Eisman. Coming out of turn number 2, he is making up a little bit of ground, but I think he's burned up what he has. He's still within 2/10 of a second, or now dropping down to 3/10 because that 77 is a little bit better in turn number 3. Coming out of turn number 4, it looks like he's not going to be able to get the run. Going back up towards the front, we got a battle for the lead, and it's going to be the 8 and the 52. The 8 was looking a little bit higher than the 52. Now going to have the run off the corner. Now they are within 1/10 of a second from each other's back bumper, and here he comes through turn number 3. Is he going to be able to get there in the next 3 laps? Will we see a bump and run? What will we see coming to the final lap? I don't know, but the 8 was looking down low. He touched the grass just a little bit, almost touched the wall coming into turn number 1, and he has still got the car right there on the back bumper. Maybe a little taparoo right here coming out of turn number 2. Not going to be able to get there, but he's got the run. 52 is going to block down low. 52 is going to block up high. 8's going to look up to the high side. Coming into turn number 3, lost a little bit of momentum, gained it back, got the draft. Coming out of turn number 4 is going to be the 52 with the 8 in tow as they come to 2 to go at the line. It is still a good little battle. We'll just take a little break from that and see how that is fizzled out. So the battle is going to be right here. Now 2/10 of a second separate these two. The 8 has a run off a corner. Is he still got something left in the tank for that number 52? We are coming to the white flag, and he has a heck of a run coming down the backstretch, looking to the outside. He's about a half a lane up in turn number 3. Going to come out of turn number 4. He's still got a draft. And we got the white flag, and our white flag is presented by the Beer Street Journal, and that's Beer Street Journal's last call. Beer Street Journal is a proud sponsor of the Speed Cup Series. And now back to the race action, and we are pretty much fizzled out. There you have that jersey, Mike Stubbs, number 53. He is going to be looking to go a lap down right here at the start-finish line. Can the 8 use the lap down car as a... No, not going to be able to get there. It looks like actually slowed the 8 down, but the 52 of Grant Pedersen, he is going to be able to bring home the win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've got Ryan Dingler. He is going to take home a second. Eisman, he is going to be bringing home a third. Richmond in fourth. And Christopher Darling going to wrap up your top 5. Just give me a moment and we will get the rest of the finishing order for you. And, well, we're not cranking it up anymore. Sorry about that. All right, let's take a look at our finishing order of tonight's race. All right, Pedersen is going to bring home the win. He started on the pole. He finished on the pole. So congratulations to Grant Pedersen. Ryan Dingler, he is going to be up 2 spots from where he started, and he's going to finish in second. Drew Eisman, he is going to be finishing out in third, down 1 spot from where he started, but not a bad run, keeping his car up in the top 5. You got the 98 of Jeremy Richmond. He started in third. He was down 1 position and finished in fourth. Fifth is going to be Christopher Darling. He's up 2 positions from where he finished. Sixth is going to be Josh McDougall. Seventh is going to be Brandon Williams. Eighth is going to be Stan Hausman. Ninth is going to be Rick Wishon. 10th is going to be Ben Mashburn. 11th is going to be Jason Pearson. 12th is going to be Mike Morkid. He's going to be the biggest mover of the race, up 11 spots, even though he just went a lap down on the last lap. 13th is going to be Matt Cherry. 14th is going to be Brett Morton. 15th is going to be Jesse Fox. And Devin Purog is going to be 16th. Michael Mooney is going to be finishing out 17th. Doug Milner is going to be 18th. 19th is going to be Tim Branson. Jason Skew is going to be... 19th is going to be Tim Branson. 20th is going to be Zach Howell. 21st is going to be Mark McFadden. 21st is going to be Jason Skew. And Josh Emerson in 23rd. Joey, that was a fun last few laps to watch right there. Yeah, it was definitely pretty exciting. I thought the 8 was going to have a little bit more, but looks like he ran out of tires. Ain't going to say he ran out of talent, but he ran out of talent. I'll say he ran out of tires. All right, well, let's go track down our race winners, and let's see. You got Drew in the... There he is. There. Okay, so we got third place, Drew Eisman, and let's go ahead and bring him up to the booth. Drew, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, that was a heck of a finish, man. You know, you started in second, you kept your car up in the top 5 most of the night, and you bring it home a third place finish. Man, tell us a little bit about your race and how you feel after that race is done.
Yeah, really good. I mean, I think I did about as good as I could strategy-wise. I think taking tires, that first caution was a great move. Got me to lead a few laps. I kind of put myself in a bad position by... I drove through my pit box, backed up, didn't back up far enough, and had to back up again on that last pit stop. And, I lost 5 spots because of it, and then had to drive my tail off trying to get my track position back, and just kind of burned my stuff off and really didn't keep up enough with the brake bias. I tried to roll it back as I would get tight, and I think what I got to do in the future is kind of anticipate getting tight and just be more progressive with it. Because at the end, when I started battling there for third, I just decided we're rolling the dice, and I put it way back, and I got really loose. But all of a sudden, the car was turning center off, which it wasn't doing before that. So I'm pretty pleased with third, but kind of frustrated that I felt like I cost myself some track position, which probably affected my end result.
Well, Either way, I mean, finishing up in third, I mean, that was a pretty good show that you put on with you and Jeremy Richmond battling it back and forth, side by side. He was a little bit better than you in turn number 1 and 2. Then y'all swapped back and forth. Like he was better in 3 and 4. Then y'all swapped. He was better in 1 and 2, and you were better in 3 and 4. So it was a nice looking battle, between you and the 98 coming to the closing out laps. So well, you put on a pretty darn good show. And, next week is going to be a little bit different. You're going to Worldwide Technology, a.k.a. Gateway. How you feeling about a shorter egg-shaped track?
I mean, I would say on the oval side that, Gateway and New Hampshire are probably my favorites traditionally, but these cars drive so much different than like your Gen 6 or Gen 4s or 87s. They kind of drive almost like a GT car hybrid type deal. So I don't know, maybe I won't gel with it as well, but I'm typically pretty confident going into Gateway. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, podium finishes, man, you definitely earned all the shout-outs that you would like to give, and the floor is yours whenever you're ready, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to you guys for putting on the broadcast and Chris and Max Graphics, even though, I mean, he's definitely not a rival because he puts out way better stuff and actually makes money doing it. But Chris and Max Graphics rather, and Beer Street Journal and all the sponsors for putting this league on and making it broadcast. And honestly, just a lot of fun, a ton of good, clean racing out there. So, just having a great time.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you talking to us, and good luck going into Gateway next week, and hopefully we'll see that 77 in Victory Lane.
Yep. Thank you, Richard. Have a good night.
You too. All right, let's see. Second place is going to be Ryan Dingler, and let's see if we can find him. He's supposed to be in the waiting room, but he's not, so we'll go grab him. Just kidding, Ryan. Mr. Ryan, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Sir?
Well, that was a heck of a last few lap battle between you and the 52. It looks like you may have just burned up your stuff a little bit too much trying to get around. But, man, that was a heck of a battle. You definitely had all eyes on your cars, battling for that lead. Talk to us a little bit about the closing laps and that battle that you were having.
Yeah, me and Grant were pretty equal on tires the entire night. But I would get a really good run on him, and I just couldn't get underneath him to push him up the track. And every time I'd get close to him, the car would die. So that's why you saw me kind of accordion back and then reeling back in. It's just, I don't know, it'd get aero tight or something. I don't know, it just wouldn't work.
Well, still, you made it pretty interesting, and we were wondering, man, you got right up to his back bumper at one point there, and we were wondering if you may have used that chrome horn to move him, but you lost a little bit of momentum and couldn't quite get back up there. So arrow tight, and we'll just call it that.
There was a couple times where I probably could have bumped him. I was a little lenient, but I mean, already once this season I've taken him out, so I didn't want to put him in that situation again. So I was going to try to get around him legit without having to move him. He's a good friend of mine and a teammate, so I wouldn't move him.
Absolutely. Well, that car looked very fast. Man, can't complain about a second place finish. There's still a lot of momentum going into next week. And speaking of next week, you're going to Worldwide Technology, a lot different oval track. These cars, I've heard good stories and bad stories about them, but at that track. So how are you feeling going into Gateway?
I actually like Gateway. It acts kind of like a short track with extremely long straightaways, so it's like a overgrown Martinsville nearly. So I like it. Now, will that actually work for me next week? I don't know, because I'm kind of up and down, but I'm looking forward to it. I actually like the track, so it's kind of my style. So,
well, definitely look forward to seeing what you can do there next week. But second place finish, podium, man, all the shout outs that you would like to give, they're yours whenever you're ready. The floor is yours.
You guys for you putting on this broadcast. Chris putting this league together. It really is a fun league. I lose my cool sometimes, but this league's really fun. And my teammates, Grant, Barrett, Cherry, he didn't have a great night, but shout out to them for just having fun with us, hanging out. And congrats to Grant.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you on that second place finish. But we'll let you get back there, up there, and talk with everybody. And we're going to try to find Mr. Grant.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem. All right, well, it is that time where we bring our winner up into the booth and we let him talk as much as he wants to because he just won the race. So definitely he deserves it. So let's bring it without further ado. Let's bring him on in the booth. Mr. Grant, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, you definitely sound happy. You got a win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That car was very, very fast here tonight. You started on the pole. You finished in first. Man, talk to us a little bit about your race and that battle that you were having with your teammate.
Yeah, this car was a rocket ship tonight. I don't know how it did it. Lately, I've been on a pretty good roll with winning races. Yeah, overall, the whole race was fantastic. I felt like there were comers and goers every now and then. I just felt like I was able to really, really hook that blue line down there on the bottom and Harvick it, like how good Harvick is at Harvicking at Atlanta prior to the repave. And I think that's what helped me kind of maintain my distance to Ryan there in those final 20 or so laps. Just kind of aero blocking him is really all I had to do. I knew if he was able to get alongside of me, it was pretty much over. But there was one point down the front straightaway where he almost got around me, or to me, and it probably would have been over then and there. But overall, a fantastic race for me. I'm really proud of myself. I've been wanting to dominate a league race for a while, and I've never really dominated a league race. I'm always one of those guys that come in at the end and steal it. But to dominate this one, it's pretty dang amazing.
Yeah, you definitely led the most laps. You had a couple cars that I was wondering what was going to happen, but the 23 showed a lot of speed at the first part of the race, and then I don't know what exactly happened, and the 77, he showed a lot of speed, and he got held back in the field due to some shenanigans on pit road. But you're going to be our fourth winner of the season. So congratulations to the winner's circle.
Thank you.
But what a great race it was here tonight. But it's a little bit different setup. Next week you got Doug. You got Ryan. He is very confident about Gateway. How are you feeling going into Gateway?
Gateway, I've only ran there once or twice, but I was really solid. This was in the Gen 6 car, though. So I don't know how it's going to translate over to this next gen, but run a couple laps throughout the week, kind of get used to it. I think we'll be fine. We'll be able to pull it off, pull off another W, hopefully.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll have the practice lobby all squared away so everybody can get their practice in and put on a good show. But once again, congratulations on that win, and you earned all the shout-outs that you would like to give, my friend.
Thank you. Really, this one kind of means a whole lot to me too, because I lost my grandfather a little less than a month ago, so this one's definitely for him. I want to shout out Ryan Dealer for racing me clean there at the end. Teammates Barrett Morton and Matt Cherry for showing up tonight and participating in this old school butt kicking. Anthony Musadi, my other teammate, he wasn't able to make it. He had something come up, but other than that, I just got to thank you guys and Chris Darling and all the other admins for putting this thing together. It's been a heck of a time running in this league.
Absolutely, I do have to agree. But all right, well, we will let you go and celebrate with those teammates. Definitely soak it up, and can't wait to see what you can do next week.
Thank you.
Not a problem. All right, what a great finish here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It was definitely, the closing laps, the 52 and the 8 of Dingler, they were pretty much putting on quite a good show. 8 just came up a little bit short from bringing home a win, but Pedersen is in the winner circle. He's going to be our 4th winner of the season as of right now. So there's only one 2-time winner, and that is going to be Christopher Darling. So Gateway is going to be next week. All these drivers feel pretty confident going into next week. We'll have to see how that plays out. That is a different beast in itself. I've only raced it a couple of times, and I didn't do so well. But can't wait to see what these guys can do. They always put on a good show here, so far here in the season, and can't wait to see what they can do. But that's going to be all for me tonight. Hope you have a great rest of your week and listen to tomorrow's TGIF. So hopefully the weekend will be good to you. If you got to work, I'm sorry. I'm one of those that has to work. So we hope to catch you next time we go live here at the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. And definitely remember, set your calendars for Monday. We do have the Hope for the Warriors. We got your 6 300. It's going to be 150 laps at Michigan International Speedway. It's going to be our first charity event that Southern Broadcast Gaming has ever put on. We do have a nice placard for the winner of that, to help us, basically succeed in our charity event. We've raised a little bit of money. We set a goal for $2,500. So far we've met almost a quarter of that goal. And we'd like to get that up there. You don't have to donate to participate, but we do just ask you to come out and have some fun and put on a good show for our vets. So until next time, we hope you have a good night and, like I said, a good rest of your week. And we will catch y'all later. God bless.